So the third hearing between Belift Lab and Hee-jin just happened on July 18th at the Seoul Western District Court. Belift is suing her for around 2 billion won. That's about $1.45 million. The hearing was originally set for May, but got delayed after Belift asked to push it back. Now the tension is seriously high. Hee-jin's main claim is that Illit plagiarized Newjeans. Not just one thing. She says they copied the whole vibe, concept, outfits, choreography, and even hanbok-inspired visuals. Hee-jin's defense leans hard on the idea that she wasn't attacking Illit, but defending Adore after months of pressure from internal audits and online smear campaigns. By positioning herself as a whistleblower, her team is trying to shift the narrative. This isn't drama. It's a woman protecting her label and her creative work from being hijacked. Back in March, the court limited both sides to 30 PowerPoint slides, under Article 69(4). So this third hearing was all about who could make the stronger case without over-explaining. But here's the thing. This isn't just about plagiarism anymore. It's about power plays in the industry, and how K-pop fans now see everything as copying. This case might actually shift how we define originality in K-pop moving forward. All right. Now let's get into all the allegations and how both sides responded. On January 10th, 2025, the very first trial began. And on top of that, Source Music came in with their own lawsuit, asking for another 500 million won. Yeah, it's not small money. According to Belift's lawyer, Min allegedly went after Illit, a newly debuted girl group, and made public statements that harmed them, regardless of whether her claims were true or not. To defend themselves, Belift made a strange comparison. They said K-pop is like taekwondo. Yeah, you heard that right. In taekwondo, there are specific forms, poomsae, but the way someone performs them can be different. They argued that in the same way, K-pop choreography has repeated moves across groups, and that's not plagiarism. It's just part of the game. The difference, they said, is how each group adds their own flavor. According to Belift, Min took common choreography patterns and called them her own, accusing Illit of stealing. Belift's side kept hammering on choreography. Their lawyer argued that girl group dances naturally include a lot of repeated moves with minor differences, and Min was using those overlaps to accuse Illit unfairly. To them, she wasn't pointing out facts. She was using these claims to hype her own group while tearing others down. That, they said, showed malicious intent. But Min's lawyer didn't back down. They argued this wasn't malicious targeting. It was just facts. Illit debuted 8 months after Newjeans, and since day one, fans had been pointing out the similarities. Min's lawyer flipped it. They accused Belift of emotional manipulation, saying the plagiarism concerns didn't come from Min alone. They claimed that media outlets, fans, and even Illit members' own parents had raised eyebrows after the group's debut. And Min? She didn't go public immediately. Her team claimed that she first tried to sort it out quietly, even sent emails. But instead of a response, Hybe launched what they called an illegal audit against her. That's when she went public with her infamous press conference, saying she had no other choice but to raise her voice. According to her lawyer, the materials they presented were so similar that even the court might get confused about who's who, Newjeans or Illit. They even suggested Min's original planning documents had been leaked before Belift finalized theirs, implying that Illit may have used her ideas without credit. So in Min's defense, this wasn't defamation. This was whistleblowing. Her team says she spoke out for the public good, but Belift wasn't buying it. They insisted Min had a personal agenda, that she was trying to take down a rival group before they even had the chance to grow a solid fan base. And the judge? Well, they didn't take sides, at least not yet. But they did point out that one of the key questions is whether Min's claims were based on facts. And if so, whose perspective matters more, expert insiders or the general public? Heejin didn't hold back when it came to her accusations. She claimed Illit copied way more than just choreography, from album designs to marketing aesthetics, even down to poses and photo shoots. According to her, this wasn't just a coincidence. It was calculated. She described Illit as a straight-up replica of Newjeans, like someone duplicated her blueprint and hit paste. But Belift wasn't having it. Their response? They called it the omnipotent creator fallacy. Basically, they argued Min was acting like she invented everything, and that by her logic, any group could be accused of copying someone else. In fact, they flipped the script and brought up Newjeans themselves. Belift suggested that Newjeans' own concepts weren't all that original either, pointing out elements that looked suspiciously similar to earlier groups like G-Friend and Blackpink. And they didn't just say it, they showed it. Belift's team pulled out receipts, side-by-side comparisons of Newjeans and G-Friend, running across a bridge in school uniforms, done by G-Friend years ago. Music videos that suddenly switch from wide HD to retro 4.3 resolution, G-Friend again. Even the vibe of Newjeans' early aesthetic, according to Belift, was something the industry had seen before. They didn't stop there. Belift called out how Min's claims were mostly built on screenshots, online forum posts, and vague visual comparisons. In their words, aesthetic overlaps do not equate to intentional copying. Just because two groups took selfies in front of the Eiffel Tower or posed in a line for promo shots doesn't mean one copied the other. They even highlighted how Newjeans used outdoor LED billboards at Coex Mall, something Illit did too. But again, is that copying or just industry standard at this point? But while Belift argued that Min was seeing ghosts, others weren't so sure. Illit's legal team didn't just defend, they got sarcastic. In court, they mocked Min Hee-jin's claims by introducing what they called the Min Hee-jin created everything theory, basically implying that she was acting like the mastermind of the entire K-pop industry. To push back on the plagiarism accusations, they zoomed in on dance moves. Illit's team argued that many of the moves Newjeans used weren't even original in the first place. Take the famous hair flip from Attention. It's been used by Chungha, aespa, Kiss of Life, IVE, ITZY, and even rookie groups like Hearts to Hearts. Then there's the arm rotation move from Ditto. According to Illit's lawyers, you can spot that exact same move in performances by Blackpink's Jennie, BTS, G-Dragon, and aespa. Even the iconic sitting pose from Hype. Artists like Hyolyn and ITZY had done it long before Newjeans. Their point was simple. These moves are part of K-pop's shared language. Trying to claim ownership over every flip, spin, or pose would destroy the creative flexibility that choreographers rely on. Just because two artists strike similar poses doesn't mean someone's stealing. Sometimes it's just K-pop. But not everyone was buying it. Hybe's legal team's defense strategy, especially dragging in names like Jennie, G-Dragon, and Hyolyn, rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Netizens flooded comment sections, saying it was unnecessary to involve idols who had nothing to do with the lawsuit. To them, it looked like Hybe was trying to distract from the issue by name-dropping bigger stars. Still, others saw the logic behind it. If Min Hee-jin was going to claim certain moves or aesthetics as hers, Hybe had to show that those elements existed long before Newjeans. It wasn't about disrespecting other idols. It was about showing how common those features were. Then came the accusations of double standards. Belift called out what they saw as a serious contradiction in Min Hee-jin's behavior. When Newjeans faced plagiarism rumors, especially with their song Bubblegum, Min brushed it off. She claimed the melody in question was just a common compositional element, basically saying it was no big deal. But when it came to Illit, suddenly everything was plagiarism. Belift argued that Min was applying a completely different standard to groups that weren't her own. If a melody overlap in Bubblegum didn't count as stealing, why did a similar photo pose or dance move suddenly become a full-blown scandal when Illit did it? Min's legal team, however, wasn't letting that slide. They pushed back, saying her comments weren't personal attacks. They were just responses to what was already blowing up online. According to them, these discussions were already trending on Korean forums like FM Korea, Thaeku, and Instees. Min didn't start the conversation. She just joined it. And more importantly, her team said she was reacting to something much bigger. They claimed that Min's press conference and public statements came after Hybe launched an audit against her. She felt cornered and believed she had to speak up, not just to protect herself, but to defend Adore and the creative integrity of Newjeans. To them, this wasn't about dragging Illit. It was about whistleblowing, calling out what she believed was internal wrongdoing after trying to handle it privately. Min Hee-jin has positioned herself as the defender of originality. But many people have pointed out that Newjeans itself faced plagiarism accusations, especially being compared to a Mexican girl group's concept. Plus, the bubblegum controversy, where she brushed off plagiarism claims by saying the melody was a common compositional element. So how can she accuse others of copying when she didn't take it seriously when it happened to her group? But at the same time, fans online have started calling everything plagiarism. Like, two idols wear similar outfits? Boom, copycat. Similar hairstyle? Plagiarism. And that's kind of the problem. The line between inspired by and ripped off is getting super blurry. This lawsuit is forcing the industry and the fandom to rethink what originality even means. What you guys think about this? Do let me know in the comments section, and thanks for watching.